Today, I'm going to teach you how I make, Hello, I'm Gabby. Welcome to Little Sprout Studio. Today I'm going to teach y'all how I make my stickers for my sticker shop. Because I run a sticker shop, I've invested in a semi-nice printer and a Cricut maker. If you'd like to learn how to make stickers without all the fancy equipment, then I'm going to be putting out a video next week going over that. It'll be a lot more everyday things that most people will have around the house, so I hope you stick around and watch that for next week. If it's already out, it'll be linked around. So yeah.
I'm going to show you everything I use to make my stickers. Not everything here is necessary, but a lot of it just makes life easier, especially if you're going to be doing this regularly. First things first, you're going to need something to make the art that you will be then turning into a sticker. Personally, I use my iPad, but there's obviously many options. Then a computer, laptop, iPad, something that can run the Cricut software. Sticker paper, and I don't have the actual, casings in which the sticker paper came with anymore, so you just get printouts of the Amazon listing of each of the sticker paper. And I cannot remember which one of these I'm using because I have bought both, and I think I just put them in the same pile, but both of these are good. A printer. Personally, I am not in love with my printer. I got it just from my local Costco or Sam's Club one day, so I know that there are more ideal ones if you're really trying to invest in a printer that will produce really, really good stuff that you can use for not only stickers but also for prints and things. And I'll put on the screen other printers that I've seen artists use that I think are higher quality, but also you are obviously free to do your own research on this. Or just use what you have and see how it comes out. I mean, if you're happy with it, then that's great. Because currently I'm happy with the print quality of my stickers, but I know that whenever I've tried to do more bigger prints that aren't stickers, I am not in love with that. So I have been thinking about investing in a better printer that can do multiple different types of printing. Also, a paper cutter. This is not fully necessary. It just makes my life a lot easier and quicker. You're also welcome to just use scissors. Laminate, but this is also depending on the type of sticker you want to be making. If you are going to be putting it on water bottles and things that need to be waterproof, I would recommend laminate. If you're just putting stickers in planners and things like that that aren't going to be getting wet, then the laminate is not necessary. But there's also multiple options for laminate. There's just the plain laminate that I usually use, but I've also gotten glitter laminates that I am wanting to use in the future, and they come with all kinds of different glitter options, or it's more of a hollow than a glitter, but you know what I mean. A laminator that has a cold lamination option. This one is really not necessary, but because I'm making stickers in a higher quantity, then this once again makes my life a lot easier. So I really like having my laminator so I don't have to manually squeegee everything. Speaking of which, you probably still want to get a felt squeegee. A Cricut, and I personally have a Cricut maker, but if you don't have a Cricut, you can obviously cut stickers by hand. It just takes a little bit longer. If you're going the Cricut route, then I would also recommend having a standard grip Cricut mat. These are also not necessary, but Cricut tools can be helpful. The little pointy one is one that came with my Cricut, but the other one that's flat, actually I just got at the dollar store because they have these tools at the dollar store, so that's an option. I also like having a ceramic blade cutter thing. It makes it easier for me to peel the paper off my stickers because I can do a very light slash on the back, so I have a little separation so I can do the sticker thing, you know what I mean? But once again, not necessary, but helpful. And also it can be used for opening boxes and all kinds of stuff. It's a multi-purpose thing. And if you're going to be making a lot of stickers, if you're also thinking about opening a sticker shop, then you probably want to think about what you're going to use for storage. Currently, I have these little drawers that I got from the dollar store. I will say they were hard to find, so I actually need more, but I cannot find any more. So I'd recommend getting them from somewhere where you can more regularly acquire the storage if you need to add on more later. I'm actually thinking about changing into a binder that has clear little sleeves for me to put in my stickers just so it doesn't take up as much space. But if you want actual physical drawers or something like that, then I know that people get some from the Container Store. Also, you can go to a hardware store and use things that are meant for maybe nails and screws and things. I don't know, small hardware-y things. And those are all the things that I use to make my stickers. And so now I'll show you how I actually make my stickers step by step. First things first, you're gonna want to make some art or design something that you absolutely love. Something that when someone sees your sticker and asks where you got it, you can proudly say, I made that. And then when they ask you how, you can point them to this video and then we all win, you know? And once you figure that out, you're going to want to format your art in a way that is ideal for the Cricut. For me, I just make sure there's a border around my art and then I export it as a PNG with a transparent background. Specifically for me, I export it straight from Procreate into my Adobe Creative Cloud, so then it shows up on my PC as well. But there's so many different ways to do this. You can even take a photo or scan in art that you like traditionally made, and you can upload a JPEG into the Cricut program and technically erase the background there. But if you want a more like clean line or something like more unique of a shape to your actual art, then I would recommend using an additional program. I think that is something you can technically do in Canva. I have not personally used Canva because I use Photoshop because I have access to the Adobe Cloud, but I'm pretty sure that's something you can do in Canva and a few other apps or programs. But once I have the art all set, then I go ahead and calibrate my Cricut and do any maintenance I need to do with my printer. With the Cricut, you just follow the instructions on the Cricut program itself to calibrate it. I always do this before I am going to cut my stickers just to make sure that the Cricut is going to cut where I want, because sometimes it can be a little annoying, but you know, we work with it, you know? And my printer can also be a little finicky, so I also run maintenance on that. So it's like aligning certain things and then testing to make sure the ink little things inside are all clean. So I run the maintenance test that my personal printer has to make sure all of that is good. Obviously every printer is different, so just do whatever options there are for your printer. Also make sure you have regular paper in there for this and not your sticker paper, because I've done that before and I was a little upset because I just wasted like a whole sticker sheet, but it's fine. And now we come back to making the sticker. In the Cricut software, you're gonna create a new canvas and then upload your art. There are a few options when you're uploading your art. I always choose complex because I don't want the program to simplify my art. And then I check the cut preview to see if there's anything I need to adjust. It is usually fine, but you know, just need to make sure that there aren't any small additional changes I needed to do or something I need to add. You're gonna wanna choose the print then cut. Then we take the upload and add it to our canvas and adjust the sizing of it. I'm a very physical person, so it helps to have some kind of measuring tool to actually see the size that I am setting it on the program. So I always have something on hand. And this canvas is going to be my initial test canvas. It helps that I have multiple designs that I'm testing, but I always test my prints before I go through the entire sticker process. It helps when I have multiple designs that I'm printing so I can test them all together rather than accidentally wasting a whole sheet on just one design. And the purpose of this test is to make sure all of the colors are printing how I wanted them to print, because sometimes between the program that you make the art in and then coming into the Cricut and then through your printer, then a lot of colors can alter a little bit. So the test is so I don't use an entire sheet of a bunch of stickers that I don't like the color choices of. So since I have multiple designs, I fill the page as much as I can with one of each design, and then any extra space I have a bunch of smaller designs that I already know that I like, and I fill in the space just so I don't waste anything. I try my best to get as little waste from my process as possible. For me, I can still sell these test prints in C grade or B grade packs that I sell in my shop. So even these small ones I add into those packs. So it's just, in general, I hate waste. Try to minimize it as much as possible in this whole process. Once I have everything arranged the way I want on the page, I select them all and attach them so they all stay on the same page. Otherwise, the Cricut software will automatically split everything to space things out more, which wastes paper. So this makes sure everything stays together where I want it to be. I usually have to adjust the sizes and placements just a little bit more just to make sure it fits within the measurement parameters to be able to fit on a single page. And then that's all good to go, so we can go ahead to the next step and actually get to Cricuting. Got to confirm the sizing of everything, make sure your sticker paper is in the printer and the printer is set to the proper paper setting. I use premium matte for my printer and my paper. Make sure the bleed is turned on, and I also turn on the system dialog to go into the paper preferences to make sure it is the same as the printer paper settings. So in this case, once again, the premium matte, and now we print. With this test print, I can see the edits I want to make to the art, and I'll use this information to go in and adjust any saturations or specific color changes to make sure they come out of the printer how I want. I usually go ahead and cut the stickers even if they are off color, but I don't typically laminate them. Once again, I can sell these as B grades and C grades in little mystery packs. Usually it takes 1 or 2 more tests until I get the right coloring, and that is when I go through with the whole laminating process, which I will go into now. I go ahead and get the laminate sheet. I mark where I need to cut it to size because it needs to go within the bounds of the little corner markings that Cricut has. If you laminate over the corner markings, then the sensor on the Cricut won't be able to register them correctly, and so it won't cut your stickers properly. I've heard some people say that you can laminate the whole page and then put a piece of normal tape, you know, like the type of tape people just normally have on their desk, like in an office. You can put that tape over the corners just to make those little sections more matte, but I prefer this way of doing it just to make fully sure that it will read the markings. And to make things easy for myself, because I make a lot of stickers, I put it through a laminator. But you can totally do this with just a squeegee, but you definitely need something that will help you put it down and prevent air bubbles. I usually even squeegee again after the laminator just to be doubly sure that everything is nice and down. Once the paper is prepped, then I go ahead and put it on the Cricut mat. I just use a standard grip mat, but I will say as you use the standard grip mat a lot more, then the grippiness does get a lot less grippy. And when that starts to happen, then sometimes I put washi tape down on like the edges of my paper just so it doesn't shift, because obviously shifting will make the cuts not good, and we don't want that. And then you put your mat into the Cricut machine and press the little button to like prep it. And now that that is prepped, come back to the Cricut software to actually do the Cricut cutting. For the rest of the settings, I actually choose poster board, and I typically put more pressure. With the sticker paper and the laminate on it, I feel like the Cricut doesn't cut properly if I just do an actual sticker paper choice. So poster board is what has worked for me. And off we go. And typically I just stare at my Cricut the entire time because I feel like if I look away, it will mess up. But I can't really do anything if it does, so we just hope and pray it all turns out great. Once it is cut, we pull off the excess and carefully take off the individual stickers, because if you go too quick, then sometimes it can actually just pull the sticker off the backing, so then you just have your sticker, and you need to stick it onto something then. But you want to make sure you're separating the actual backing of the sticker from the Cricut mat. Usually I do that just by curling my mat and getting those edges, but sometimes, especially on like smaller stickers, I need to use some of the tools. I often use the little pointy one just to kind of get right into a little corner or a little edge and then pull, and then the rest I take off myself. And now we have beautiful waterproof stickers. I will say these are waterproof, but I've never really tested it in something like a dishwasher, so maybe just hand wash. But either way, they're gorgeous. Now go forth and cover things with stickers, my young Padawan.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Like, actually click the like button on the video, and then also comment if you have any other questions about sticker stuff. I can maybe do a Q&A or something at a later time if there's a decent amount of them, or ask on social media, because I have all the social medias, you know. And subscribe if you like the video. I have so many other videos talking about just general art things and arts and crafts, because that is what I like to do. So yeah, check out my other stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. With great power comes great responsibility, so think about where you're gonna put these stickers, or not. Just put them on anything, because you can make them, so you can just remake them if you throw the thing away, which is my biggest fear, is when I cover something with stickers and then I either lose it or I don't need it anymore, or like if I put it all over a planner, but it's the year's gone, it's the next year. So what do I can't just throw away the planner because all my stickers that I was saving up are on that thing, and so now I can't get rid of it, but I should, because it's a planner. It doesn't make sense to keep a hold of it, but it's just, I think too much about where I want to put my stickers, and I have a very large collection of stickers that I haven't put anywhere because I'm afraid. Don't be like me. I don't know where I'm going with this. Do what you want with your stickers. I do a lot of this. I do a lot of thumbs ups. I just love a thumbs up. I feel like some people don't like thumbs ups. I feel like some people think that they're like, I don't know, sarcastic or something. or passive aggressive, but I love a thumbs up. I truly mean thumbs up. I do, okay?
I need a burp.